What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. You know, a few weeks ago, the Black manosphere came after Kevin Samuels, some of the content creators who are struggling, and then some of the audience who are also pretty much dusty. And the problem with those people in the manosphere is that Kevin Samuels did a collaboration with Brittany Renner. He didn't cuss her out. He didn't call her a thought. He didn't disrespect her. And, it was civil. It was a discourse, right? And how dare Kevin Samuels have a discourse with somebody like Brittany Renner? Okay, because, brothers wanted some blood and sweat and tears on that particular show. Now, NFL legend Deon Sanders is getting some of the same hatred, okay? Now, let me tell you something about Deon. I love Deon. Most of you young guys out here, y'all wasn't growing up in the 80s and 90s when Deon had that Jerry curl with the Falcons and then playing for the Yankees in the same week and, returning kickoffs and hitting home runs. Y'all don't know nothing about that, all right? Deon is the best cornerback, maybe the best football player, one of the best football players to ever play, if not the best football player ever in NFL history. Okay? So, a guy with his talent, let me tell you something, man. He don't have to coach at Jackson State. He could be doing something else. Okay? But see, he came to coach at an HBCU because y'all forgot Deon's history. He grew up in Fort Myers, Florida, in the projects from a single-parent home. He was a great athlete. And when he got to the NFL and into Major League Baseball, nobody taught him about what would happen with groupies and side chicks and how to be a husband and how to be a father. He had to learn that all on his own, okay? So when he comes back to Jackson State, in Jackson, Mississippi, which is a city with a high crime rate, he's coming to put these young black men on game. So because Brittany Renner went to Jackson State, he allowed her to come in there and talk to the team. All right. Now, we know most of those guys, if any, will make it to the NFL. But a lot of these guys will make it in the business world. And he wanted them to see the perspective of how it happens online. Okay. Because now, back in the 80s and 90s, there wasn't no groupies and IG models and things like that. But in your phone now, you can reach out and touch these guys and touch these ladies. Okay. And Brittany Renner was basically breaking down, hey, this is how you get in trouble with chicks who don't like you for you. All right? I have plenty of guys in my inboxes. I have plenty of guys who have blue check marks, plenty of guys that you guys love in the NBA, in the Major League Baseball, or NFL that are in my inbox. But I know they want me for one thing. And usually girls want them for one thing. And you don't want to mess around, in so many words, deal with a woman who only likes you for you or for your money. What if you get hurt? Okay. What if you can't play anymore? Is she still going to be there? And see, a lot of the guys, when she walked in, they was like really, really, excited and clapping and stuff like that. But I think it's a great move because he's showing them that part of the game. No other coach out there will do that for their players. But here we go again, calling Deon Sanders, he's a simp. How he gonna have Brittany Renner come through? He's simping. Like, well, are you gonna go to Jackson State and talk to them about the downfalls of being an athlete with groupies? I'm gonna tell you why you're not gonna do it. Number one, you too broke to go do it. Number two, don't nobody want you. Number three, you have never experienced having groupies before. That's why you in the comment section talking shit. All right? And the problem is that whenever some black man is using an unconventional method to put younger black men on game, like Deon is, y'all gonna find faults in that too, some of y'all. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all. And what better way to hear it from the source itself? It's almost like, there was this criminal program, I forgot what was on TV, right? And they would use these criminals, they would take these, Scared Straight, I believe was what the program was called. They take these kids who are getting ready to go on a life of crime. They send them into the prison with scared straight. Who do they use for that? Prisoners. Okay? People that have believable stories because they're dealing with that right now. Okay? And it scares you straight. When you're a guy, and I know this is the manosphere, we can talk about women all we want to each other. But it's never going to be as believable as hearing from the horse's mouth. A woman who has all those people in the check inboxes and DMs, what they will do for you, how they fly you out, all this intricate information. Because we're not dealing with that every day. She is. And I think it was amazing that Deon Sanders cared enough about young black men to let them know this is the part of the game that you're going to get used to. All right? Whether you go to the league or not, you get in business, it's another part of the game. But the game remains the same. All right? Everything, you brothers think that everybody doing is simping. This is a simping thing. This is a simping thing. Like some of you dudes, man, like in the sphere, I don't even understand if you guys are even realistic in life. It's like you guys have had no contact or success with women. Some of you guys are success in life because anybody that has any form of success understands what he's doing. And it just seems like some of you guys are just getting dustier and dustier each day. Okay? A lot of these young black men didn't have no father. They didn't have nobody to teach them something, tell them something about. Deon Sanders is the closest thing they have to a father figure. All right? And a lot of all those NFL players or Jackson State football players believe that their self-worth is in what kind of girl they can date. Just like every other person in the black community when you don't know no better. You young black man coming up, that's all you feel like, okay, my worth is attached to how big my girlfriend's booty is I can get, or what kind of car I can get, or how many Jordans I can get, or who I can stun on I can get. You don't know the other side of the game because you never been there. And by the time you figure it out, it might be too late. It might be a prison sentence too late. It might be a divorce too late. So why not prepare these guys right now for the problems they're going to have? Because when they start getting successful and chicks start being interested in them for the wrong reason, you know how to deal with it. Because a lot of guys going to think like, well, you know what? I'm doing good. She want me for me because look at me. I'm special. Right? That's what a lot of people say. You know what? I'm special. I got this popping off. I know she gonna want me. Look at me. Like, how can she not want this? And she over there buttering you up. A lot of these groupies be buttering these guys up, making these guys feel like they're important. No, you got to realize that you're not important. And that's what she's saying. Everybody wants something. It's nothing about you that makes you stand out to a woman that's an IG model that makes her want you. And she don't even know you. You are a blue check. You are a paycheck. Okay? You are an athlete. You are a businessman. That's why she's dealing with you. And it's like, because Deon brought her there, y'all hate. I just don't get it. And this is not all of y'all, but this is some of y'all. And this is stupid. It's ridiculous. How are these guys going to know unless somebody teach them? They'll never know. They'll keep making the same mistakes generation to generation. And if they make the mistakes, you're going to call them a simp. If Deon bring him there, you're going to call him a simp. Everything is a simp. You living in your grandmama's house, eating buckets of chicken, and playing Nintendo 64 with a broke controller, and everybody is simp but you. I got it. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first content out. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.